morning everybody and welcome to So What If I Sew, and welcome back if you are a regular visitor. I'm Jess and my channel is all about sewing, dressmaking and all things stitch related. Today I want to talk about something that every beginner sewist will understand, which is the fear of your first stretch project. Now I don't know, I was very nervous to start sewing with stretch, but I think that's because I knew so much could kind of go wrong and I've seen people mess up stretch really badly. It didn't stop me forgetting to pre-wash one of the first stretch things I made, which means it's completely unwearable now. But I think that stretch is one of those fabrics, any stretch fabric, that just fills you with a little bit of shivers every time you sew it. Now I'm pretty comfortable with stretch now. The key is just not to overwork it and try not to pull it through your machine, and also use a ballpoint needle, it helps. However, I thought it would be helpful for all my lovely beginner sewers out there to round up 4 patterns that are entry level and suitable and that will actually help you get used to stretch and start your stretch journey. I have focused on 4 different top, like t-shirt and top patterns, because I thought it's one of those really basic elements of a wardrobe that you don't necessarily think about, but it's also one of the classic things you will buy ready to wear. So if, like me, you are trying to give up ready to wear fashion, hopefully this video will be even more useful. So I'm going to do my top 4 roundup, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about each top and my experience making it, as well as why I think it's entry level, and fabric recommendations. So hopefully this is something you guys enjoy. Let me know in the comments below if you feel I've missed out any patterns. Obviously there are thousands and thousands of stretch patterns out there, and I just wanted to pick the 4 that I had personally sewed, that I have worked with, and that I kind of understand maybe some of the pitfalls of. That is not to say these are exhaustive. Please, comments below, share as many different accessible stretch top patterns as you like, and I will share those recommendations on my Instagram for anyone who's looking to get further into their stretch making journey. But for now, let's get on. Pattern number 1 on our list is, let me stand back and show you guys, the Great British Sewing Bee Breton top. It is from Stitch to Style, Great British Sewing Bee book. It's called the Breton tee. There's also a long sleeve option and a dress option. I've made the dress option, and I'd say the pattern's a little bit weirder, but the top is so simple and easy. So I'll show you guys. It's I've made the short sleeve version because then there were no sleeves to worry about, but they do go over, so you could add a grown-on sleeve. The back fit is nice. It's not a super long top. You could make it longer. It's got these little vents at the side which improve movement. As you can see, it's like a nice boat neck. The sleeves are reinforced. There's no darts, nothing to worry about here. So the only thing you have to think about is sewing with stretch. You don't have to think about really anything with garment construction. You can sew it with one of the chain stitches on your machine or a zigzag. I think I did it with a straight stitch and a ballpoint needle because it was my first project and I didn't realise that this probably would have benefited from a zigzag. But I like it. It's comfortable. The fabric is from Fabrics Galore. And it's just like a jersey. I'll link it below if they still stock it, and if not I'll link something similar so you guys can get an idea of the weight of the fabric. But it's really cosy, really soft, and definitely an all-round firm favourite. Honestly, it's probably my most worn Me Made garment because I can just throw it on with jeans. Normally I tuck it in like that and then I wear a long cardi or a jacket and boots because I like my high-waisted jeans. But you can wear it either way, and I wear it with shorts a lot in the summer too. So very versatile, a great first make, nice and quick, and you get a real sense of achievement, I feel, from making it. Pattern number 2 on our list is the Florence Boxy tee from SizeMe Sewing. This was a free download for a very limited time. I got in on, I think, a giveaway. And anyone who's watched my Week in Sewing video from October will see that I sewed it up in, I'd say 45 minutes max, including pattern cutting. I've made it in this Tilly and the Buttons jumbo polka dot jersey, which I bought from Sew Anonymous. Now this is so much lighter. I'm going to show you the insides. It's kind of white, very soft. It's so much lighter than I thought, and it's actually not too stretchy, so it's a great one for this pattern. Things I love about this pattern: the instructions are so simple, like, love it. And what I'll What I adore about the instructions for this is they recognise that people sewing are real humans who, you know, may not... There's a great line in it where they say, you know, you can use a ballpoint needle, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if your straight needle manages fine, you're okay. Now, I would say that for a t-shirt jersey, sometimes it really does not matter. Obviously, a ballpoint will give you a nicer finish, but I really appreciated that nod towards the fact that not all of us have that kit. Not all of us have branched out in our sewing enough to have lots of different needles, and this pattern is for you. It's got a boxy shape, but unlike most boxy shapes, it's got a wide neck, which means it doesn't look terrible on you if you have boobs. Normally I just look like a box human, so I'll show you guys the back. And the sleeves, they are really nicely shaped. I'm making one of these for my mum, actually in the same fabric. She was like, make me one now. But I'm making it with longer sleeves, so I'll let you guys know how I get on with that. Honestly, so impressed with this. It's just such a quick win. Really, like, you make something, you feel good in it, you don't take it off. It's one of those makes. So I cannot recommend this enough. Again, linked below. I'm still like, I've worn it so often since I made it because I love it. And it's just, it's real clothes for real people. And that's why I like it so much. So pattern number 3 is the Lunar Tank from Helen's Closet. Now I whipped this up over the weekend for a Zoom party, as it were. And it took me probably about half an hour. I didn't do the facings quite the way it suggested because this is a remnant from my mum's birthday present, so I really had to just work with what I had. Nonetheless, however, the shape, love it, and it's super, super easy. Like, it is literally 2 pieces and then 2 facing pieces, so very, very achievable. And also, if you want a slightly more modern garment, and particularly something you can make for, like, you know, evening wear, nights out, I love this, it's super fun, but you could also make it in like anything light really for the summer. It's a stretch pattern, and yeah, I'm really impressed with it. One thing I would just say with this pattern is it was a very, very long torso. I'd taken about 3-4 inches off each shoulder like that, because it was like down here. And I did make the correct size for me. I think it's just quite a long body, but great beginner's pattern. I used a zigzag stitch, you don't need an overlocker or anything. And yeah, really just nice, quick, easy, nice garment, and the instructions are super simple to follow as well. Plus, it's only 1 page of a PDF to assemble, so again, nice and easy, and a great one if you want to wrap your head around something very, very simple. And the fabric is from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn. This is a Galaxy Glitter Tex, so it's very, very lightweight and very stretchy, but you could make this in literally like almost any lightweight jersey. I think just from looking at it, I think Viscose jersey would probably work really well. But yeah, really, really versatile pattern. So our final pattern on our roundup list is the Miranda t-shirt from Simple Sew. Now you can make this short sleeve, long sleeve, v-neck or scoop neck. I've gone for the v-neck, but it's my first one, so it's probably not the sharpest v-neck in the world. I deliberately made this quickly, and although the pattern instructions are a little bit pretentious in that they're like, you have to have an overlocker and a cover machine, but I suppose if you don't, you can use a zigzag. Sod that, you can use a zigzag, it's fine. You do not need an overlocker for this top. I thought I'd include it though because it's the only long sleeve version on the list. But I would say that the sleeves for this were super, super easy to do because you don't have to like set them in. So when you attach the front and back at the shoulder seams, lay it out, and then you fit the shoulder seam into that side bit and then do one continuous side seam all the way down, which if you're a beginner looking at doing sleeves in stretch is really, really helpful. So I definitely look at this pattern. I have the paper pattern, but I traced out what I needed, so this is the one. And yeah, I just originally bought it when I started sewing because I thought it's just a handy pattern to have, like tops and t-shirts and things are useful. So I quite like it. It desperately needs a press, and it is my first v-neck, so it's definitely got room to manoeuvre. Also, I made a size based on my bust, and I'm not a huge fan. They do say in it there's no ease in the sizing, and I would say it's a very straight cut, so I may take some more out of the waist just to get a slightly nicer fit here, but that's personal to me. Again, took me less than an hour. Also, this fabric is from Rainbow Fabrics Kilburn. It is a viscose jersey. It's super comfortable and works really, really well with this pattern. I actually really like the sleeves. These are probably the best fitting sleeves I've ever done in my life, so it's really exciting. But yeah, I was really, really impressed with this. So thank you so much guys for watching. I hope this video was useful. I know when I first started sewing, I really could have done with this. Because obviously you start sewing, you start with woven fabrics generally because they're a lot easier, and then you kind of look at the clothes you have in your wardrobe and you go, a lot of what I own is stretch, or it's knit, or it's, you know, cozy stuff as well. And learning to sew those sort of fabrics is a huge step forward in your sewing journey, but you've got to start somewhere. And it has to be said that tops are a really good place because generally you're using a lighter weight fabric and there's less surface area, as it were, to work with. You can make them as complex or as easy as you want. I have chosen today 4 patterns that I have actually sewn and used. They are all really simple. That's not to say that they don't have their irritating bits, because every pattern does, but they've all been sewn in less than an hour. They've all been sewn in entry-level jersey, as in like jersey a beginner could afford as well as usable by them. And they are all tops that I actually wear now a lot. Particularly this one. I mean, I made it very, very recently, but it's actually really comfy and it is going to get tucked into jeans with a jacket like everything else I own. And especially if you're a beginner, sleeves can be terrifying. So I've tried to include some patterns with sleeve options. Like the first Breton tee has grown-on sleeves, so that's a different type of sleeve if you want to expand your repertoire a bit. This has traditional set on the shoulder sleeves. The Helen's closet top is sleeveless, and the Florence Boxy tee has got little set-in sleeves, but they're like short ones, which are cute. So there are some good options here for you to get started. Let me know in the comments below if you have got any other recommendations, if you've tried these patterns and you agree, or you're like, no, what about this one? This list would never ever be exhaustive because I've only picked 4, but I wanted to pick 4 I'd actually worked with. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and share, please, the video, and share any tops you make after this video. You know, if this video has inspired you to try a pattern, let me know. Let everyone know, it's exciting. But I can't wait to see all of you guys' new makes. Now I am going to head off and plan some trouser makes because I have been making tops for like 3 months. So I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.